Hello everyone and welcome to the Summoner LoA. And this is my hero, called the Summoner of Arhok. How do you like him? I think he's cute. So this is basically gonna be the Summoner Season 2. I'm gonna play through the LoA campaign as a Summoner. And in this playthrough, of course, I'm only gonna use the LoA creatures.
Arana, ein uraltes Land, dessen einst gewaltige, strahlende Königreiche.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can find the English voices. 1 second.
Arana, an ancient land
There we
whose
go.
once great glittering kingdoms have been ravaged by wars and primordial evils and have fallen into ruin. The slaying of the second leader Gom was the first step in restoring these lands to their former glory. But now, another dark presence has risen to threaten the land and people of Arana. Chained for centuries by the ancient Utrayans, the Shadow Jumper has broken
Yeah,
free.
still not sure if that's supposed to be Merrick or not here. It sure wouldn't be out of character for him to lose a powerful magic staff. Well, maybe it's his
Far
twin
away,
brother
however,
Derek.
in a small, peaceful village, the next in a great line of heroes,
It's me!
idles away the time, unaware that the clock has already begun ticking.
So here we are, folks. Welcome to the show. And we already got a quest. The first trial. Speak to Mayor Hardison Dawn. Also, the expansion campaign has a world map. And now meet my annoying neighbor Moat.
Have you heard about the attacks? Several trade caravans have been ambushed, and now dark creatures are coming right up to the town walls. The mayor's locked the town gates for safety, and he's looking for someone to clear out the monsters. It's time to prove yourself. Get all of your equipment from the basement and head over to the Mages Guild in the center of town.
See, why are these things always a me problem? Well, first things first, let's adjust the CFAR options. I'm using CFAR 20 plus 6 here, so the maximum camera distance should be 24. So in the Kingdom of Ebb campaign you start out as one humble farmer, but in this one your character is a child of heroes. And let me tell you, it sucks being a child of heroes. Well, anyway, come I'll show you the house. So that's the house. And here's the note that my parents left me when they went away. The Hero's Journal on faded 20-year-old parchment. That means they went away 20 years ago. Let's see if we can piece it together. To our child, you are too young to understand your heritage now, so we have written this book to be given to you when you turn 21. There has always been a hero in the town of Arhok. Wait, does that mean I was 1 year old when they left? Not necessarily. I could have just as well been 10 and now I'm 30. Since the first trapper established a camp in this lush valley, through the glory days of the Empire and down to the current days of the Sleepy Village, a single line of heroes, our family, has protected Arhok from all dangers. But the line has grown thin, and your father and I must depart now to face a grave danger from which we may not return. You are all that remains of our line, and you will not be accepted as hero of Arhok as a child. When the time comes, however, a danger will threaten Arhok, and we know that you will rise to the challenge. Be brave and be true. Love, Mother and Father. Yeah, fuck my life, man. That's what you get when your parents are heroes. You spend your adolescence as an orphan, and as soon as you're grown up, the entire town expects you to be the hero for them. By the way, the intro you just saw, the tower, the jungle, Merrick in the snow, that was all right below us. That's because the Siege engine does not only enable a seamless world, it basically necessitates it. Anyway, so that's our cellar. Let's see what we have. Oh, fire shot and zap, that's great. I like spells. Some potions are always good. And a blunt dagger. I'm gonna sell this right away. And now, the family heirloom. Arhog's leather. Oh, disable tips. How do I look? Do I look like a hero? Alright, there was another book. The Ancient Eutrayans. This book appears to be a series of notes in your father's handwriting and consists of pieces of text copied from other books and source material that relate to the Eutrayans. The Eutray tribe settled in an inhospitable land near a mystical power source that is referred to in ancient texts as the Great Clock. Wait, I thought they built it? Well, never mind. In their quest to further refine their society towards a perfect ideal, Eutrayan mystics explored connections with higher planes of existence. Contacts with pure elemental planes are established, resulting in the summoning of elementals for labor and protection. The Eutrayan wizard priesthood is now intent on contacting and manipulating energies from the highest spiritual planes for the glory of the Eutrayan civilization. Using the power of the Great Clock, Eutrayan wizard priests attempt direct contact with a divine power. The realm they access is actually the elemental realm of Shadow. Huh, I didn't know Shadow was an element. It is here that most of the texts end, your father writes, explaining that the Eutrayans bargaining with the powers from the Shadow realm unleashed a creature that almost proved their undoing. They were, after a great struggle, able to subdue the creature and confine it, but rather than destroy it, they began to study it and harness its power for their own uses. The last journal entry is dated a few days before your parents left on their journey. So I don't get the timeline here. All the story of the Shadow Jumper and also the Hazard and Zorask rebelling and the demise of the Eutrayan Empire, that's supposed to have happened hundreds of years ago, maybe 1,000.
Don't waste any time. Get all of your equipment from the basement and head over to the Mages Guild to see the mayor.
So why did my parents have to leave just now, 20 years ago, to help them in their fight? It doesn't make sense. That's my barn there in the back, by the way. I always wanted to have animals, but yeah. So how about I give you a little tour of the village? Here, meet Fallon the historian.
Fascinating, are they not? The Eutrayans left behind many strange and wondrous devices, but chief among their creations were these transport pads. This town was once the center of great trade between the mainland and the island home of the Eutrayans. But the island displacers have not worked in generations. Who knows what wonders exist on the island today? Or even if the island is still there.
Wait, is the last part of the sentence missing?
I have been working on a translation of these runes, and have almost worked out the pattern. When I have it, it should tell us the exact location of each pad's destination.
Yeah, Fallon, he is a nice guy, but he is an idiot. This one says Halls of the Lost, and this one says Storage Cave. Duh! And here we have the monument of the heroes of Arhog. A constant reminder of the shoes I will never fit in. Hey, let's go visit Larnop the Smith.
take those creatures to task. Teach 'em
Oh
that
yeah,
our
there's
hawk is
definitely
not a town
text
that tolerates
missing,
evil.
and I
I'd do it
think that's an
myself,
encoding
weren't for
problem.
my bum leg. I already
For
told the
context,
mayor I'd
I'm
fashion
running a
special
German
help
version of the
as a
game, and teaching it to display the English texts is not trivial.
Someone ought to take those creatures to
Oh,
task.
Gopfetori.
Someone ought to take
Ah,
those
there we
creatures to
go.
task. Teach 'em that our hawk is not a town that tolerates evil. I'd do it myself if it weren't for my bum leg. I already told the mayor I'd fashion a special helm as a reward to the one that would rid us of this threat. Need anything?
Yeah, how about I get the special helm before the fight, you know, for protection? By the way, this non-standard quotation mark up there was what broke the text. So let's see, I'm not gonna need the blunt dagger. Also gonna sell the knife and the bow, why not? Together with these totally useless defense 0 boots, that gives us 45 gold. And to be honest, I think I'll rather spend this money in Kira's shop. Let's go! Oh, 1 second, I forgot to change the Seafire settings again. Now the mayor will forward the quest.
As you may have heard, monsters have taken over the storage cave and are guarding the displacer there. Also, several trade caravans are long overdue, and the road they were taking runs close to this cave. Without the goods from these caravans, our food stores will be stretched to their limits. And now the forces of evil are ranging right up to the gates of the town.
Okay, and by the way, I'm standing over here. Well, never mind.
I've ordered the north gate to be unlocked for you. Clear out the monsters who have been attacking the trade caravans and come back to me for a reward. Let me know if you find anything unusual out there.
Find and slay the monsters who ambush the caravans and threaten the town. See, I told you, life sucks as a child of heroes. Well, at least I have an excuse to visit this cute girl Kira in her shop. She has a really deep voice.
If it is the power of the healing arts you seek, I have potions aplenty, as well as a scroll or two. Nobody knows but Jesus.
She's a base.
Man, just look at all these magic spells. That has always fascinated me. I know everybody wants me to be a warrior, but I would much rather study the art of magic. And maybe learn to summon some animals to play with. Well, for now I'll buy the healing hands, thanks. Okay, I'm in no hurry whatsoever to get outside the gates. Come on, I'll show you the rest of the village. Look at the cute little doggy over there! It's the dog of Kron the Wide, and his name is Schnoofy Woofy. That is canon now.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking all around town for you. Listen, I've got a bit of a problem. I've volunteered to do some extra trapping since the trade caravans were waylaid by them monsters. Well, I got run off my traps by a bear. A big, nasty one, too. Yellow Eye, we call him. I'd be mighty grateful if you would take care of that brute for me, so as I can get back to my traps.
See how this works? Like I've told you, everybody expects me to fix their problems and fight the bears for them.
As I said, I'd be mighty grateful if you'd take care of that bear. I don't have much, but what coin I got I'll gladly give to you if you'd help me out.
Mighty grateful my ass. Hey, you're a trapper. How about you set up a bear trap or something?
I am sorry. Until the vile creatures have been dealt with, I cannot open this gate.
The west gate is locked until after the threat of the monsters has been eliminated. Come talk to me once that chore has been dealt with.
Here we have Alicia talking to herself.
This village needs the supplies from the caravans to survive. The mayor says he has a plan, but I just don't know.
Well, I do know, and his plan is me, as always.
Damn monsters! I was expecting a new mayor with that caravan. Looks like I'll have to wait for spring and another caravan. I can't sell the one mule I've got left.
The word around town is that you'll be the one to take care of those pesky monsters. You know, the ones that attack the caravan.
So, you're an adventurer. That sounds fun. Except for the possibility of being eaten by a monster. That wouldn't be very enjoyable. Long hours, too. And what if you went out and risked life and limb, and then didn't find any treasure at all? That wouldn't be very fun either. But if you can avoid being eaten, and find some gold, well, then being an adventurer would be most enjoyable, I would think.
Same, man, same. This guy named Philo seems to be a visitor in these parts, and if you ask me, is the only character that talks sense.
Why, it's you! Kron was just in here looking for you. I think he went back to his house. He was going on about a bear or something. You know, I overheard some of the guards talking, and they say that a dark sorcerer has turned the animals against us. It's the animals who have attacked the caravans. I just don't know what this world is coming to when one creature would senselessly attack another creature. So tell me, what is it that you do for a living?
What I do for a living? Heroing, I guess.
Oh, it looks cold out there. I think I'll have another ale before I go.
Kill them all!
Oh dear, poor Sid is having an episode again. And here is Rachel, the next female that is talking to thin air. Shame on the developers.
My grandmother taught me to read the signs, and I can tell you that we are in for rough times ahead.
Wait, did she just turn to me? Wow! How about if I come from a different direction?
My grandmother taught me to read the signs, and I can tell you that we are in for rough times ahead. My grandmother taught me to read...
Ah, I see. There's exactly one position from which you can talk to her. Alright, let's say hello to poor old Surt. Surt was a companion of my parents back in the day. And see what happened to him.
Trees! Trees! Taller than the sky. It never ends. Things that growl from dark holes. You'll see. Things that skitter. Kill them all. Do you hear? Kill them all! Haven't you cleaned your room yet? The guests are coming and the lizards are still in there. You've got to kill them all. Kill them all!
Yep, that's what happens when you go heroing.
Trees! Trees! Taller than the sky.
So, now you've seen the entire village, except the north gate. I'm afraid I can't avoid it forever.
The gate is unlocked. Don't be wasting your time talking to me. Go deal with those monsters.
Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret, but don't tell anyone in this village. I am actually looking forward to getting out there. Not for playing the hero, that's for sure. But it will give me an opportunity to practice my magic a bit. And that's something I always wanted to do. So I hope you join me in the next episode. See you then, and bye bye!